All right. Okay. Let me give me 1 second. And I'm gonna bring this over there. Yep. All right. So if you remember, we were gonna go over the trio thing today. Yay! Okay. All right. So let's go back to the trio. All right. Now, what I wanted you guys to do is I wanted you guys to kind of just do it on your own, do the rest of it. Okay. Now, if I pull up, let me actually stop sharing. Let me pull up the question, okay, really quickly, just so we can go over it. Geez, why is it so zoomed in? Okay, share screen, share this and share this and share. Okay, all right, so if I take a look right here, there we go. I don't need this to be so wide for right now. Okay, perfect. All right, so if I go down to the question, okay, right. Oh, bollocks. Oops. Wrong one. That's the AP. We won't worry about that right now. Okay, there we go. All right, so now, okay. So what we did is we did the get name. Wanted you guys to work on the get name. Now, the get name, it specifically tells you, okay, it is the name of the sandwich, the salad, and the drink in that order, all separated by this little, the dash, whatever, and with the ending with a space trio. So this is basically, you're almost kind of, what could we compare this to?
Two-string?
Bingo, exactly, very good, a two string. So now that I have these all initialized, I would say return sandwich dot get name plus salad, oh, I'm sorry, whoops, plus the slash. You had to do that, okay? Plus salad dot get name plus the slash plus drink dot get name plus quotes space trio, okay? This is all you needed to do. How many of you got this? Allie, did you get it? Okay. And here's what for some reason I have people doing is this. They'll put cheeseburger like here. You guys think it's funny, but it actually, what they're thinking, what the way that student is thinking is they're thinking, oh, use these specific examples. This is just there could be 100 sandwiches, 7 drinks, 16 salads. The names don't matter. Whatever the object is, it doesn't matter. All we know is that each one has a get name and a get price. These are just examples as if you were to call the methods, okay? So for those of you that are thinking, oh, I put cheeseburger in here and this drink in here, that is not what we're asking. We're asking specifically to call on the method from each one. Now, double get price, okay? Now, the way that I do double get price, now again, what this is you're supposed to use the get price method of each one, add them all together and subtract the lowest one and return that amount, okay? In the last class, I heard some really good examples, okay? I did this in one line of code, okay? So what I did was this, return sandwich dot get price plus salad dot get price plus drink dot get price, okay, minus, oops, sorry about that, okay, minus. So I have all three added together. Math.min sandwich get price in the first parameter and math.min salad.getPrice and drink.getPrice. Okay, so what this is going to do is first one it will do, so it'll add everything together. So what it's going to do is it's going to find the minimum of these two, then it'll find the minimum of the return value, and it will subtract it from all three. What's the quickest way to find the largest between three items? Math.max. So even though we were making fun of the min earlier, okay, this is kind of stupid. This is where it's useful. Okay, who did it a different way? Kennedy, what'd you do?
I used if statements.
So you probably did if drink is less than this and this, return this plus this. You did 3 if statements, I'm guessing?
Yeah, I did like an if, an else if, and an else.
And an else if, or an else. Okay, that's fine. Okay, anybody else? Anybody? Isis, how'd you do it?
I did it the same way as Kennedy. I did an if else statement.
Gotcha. Ashton, what about you?
I did what you did.
Okay, you did what I did? Nice. Anybody else did it a different way? No, okay. So I heard, so Logan Matthews did it a way that I thought was actually incredibly clever. Okay. What he did is all of these are doubles, right? So what he did was he put all of these in an array. Then he sorted the array. And then he just returned the last 2 elements of the array. I thought that was really clever. So he put all 3 in an array, just did arrays.sort and return array index 1 plus array index 2. Extremely clever. Nobody else in the class, even his twin brother, didn't do it that way. He did if else ifs and else. Incredible thinking. Okay, I thought that was very clever. Okay, who doesn't understand what he did? Raise your hand. So what he did, Leo, was this, okay? Because I actually think this is okay to do. So what he did, Leo, was this. He said double array, let's say prices, equals, and what he did was he put all of these in the array, okay? So he did it like this, okay? Oops. Okay, then what he did, Leo, was this. Arrays.sort prices. Then he did return prices index 1 plus prices index 2. That's clever. I gotta give him credit for that. It's really good if you think about it. The only issue that he didn't do, and if you want to do something like this, hedge your bets. Right above it, assume I have imported the arrays class. You will have people that will literally think that you made this up. Okay, I'm not joking. I have seen it firsthand. Okay, for example, I told you the ternary operator. Somebody next to me was like, "Look at this. This is funny." They did like this funny thing with a question mark. They had no idea they were using the ternary operator. Okay, so just hedge your bets, because if you do something like this, this will be enough to alert a reader. I've never heard this. Let me go and ask the chief reader or the table. They'll ask me, or they'll ask the room leader if I'm not there. Does this exist? Yeah, it does. That's legal. Okay. All right. So now, again, the other thing that I want to go over as well is this. Let's assume you didn't do any of this. and any of this, you were like, I had 5 minutes left. Crap, I just did this. You got a point here. 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 You got a point for this, and you got a point for that. You got 6 out of 9 points. Because you knew how to use interfaces. Okay. Now, most people would say that's because of having arguably one of the best teachers around, but also it's because you guys are really good at this. Shut up, Ashton. All right. All right. So, okay. That being said, what I need you guys to do right now is make a project called Abstract Classes. Put your phone away, Kennedy. Okay. Text later. All right. Okay. Now, abstract classes. All right. Okay. And then in the abstract classes, okay, I want you to make a actor class. Okay. I want you to make an actor class, and I want you to make a tester class. Inside the actor class, I want you to do these things. Hold on, let me save this real quick. Okay, so in the actor class, I don't want to need the PDF anymore. To close current tab, that's fine. Okay, and I definitely don't need that. All right, okay. So inside this, okay, what I need you guys to do is this, okay? I need you to make all of these, okay? I'm going to give you 3 minutes. It's 2:20. You have till 2:23. Okay, give me a thumbs up. Put a thumbs up on your screen when you got everything ready to go. Good. Kennedy, what the hell was that look? What was that? I'm just trying to put your guys' minds at ease. All right, thumbs up from everybody. I haven't seen thumbs up on everyone's screen yet. Do we have a thumbs up? That's why I played it. Armon, are you good? Okay, good. Leo, you good? All right, so let's talk about abstract classes. We know about interfaces, and interfaces, they're used, but abstract classes are more commonly used, okay? With an interface, we give you methods that we say you need to implement in order to use my interface. So for example, with the manual automobiles, you have to initialize how park, neutral, drive, and reverse are going to work. You need to figure out how the steering wheel is going to react, and you need to figure out the gas and the brake pedals, okay? All of that you're required to do by implementing that interface, okay? Abstract classes are basically the classes example, they're basically an interface, but done with classes, okay? And they're more useful, okay? So I have this actor class, and on purpose, this actor is vague, okay? They're purposely vague, okay? Now, what's one thing that actors do have in common? Actors generally have a name, they generally have an age, right? Correct? Do we all agree on that? Okay. Now, okay, we've got a getter there as well, all right? So we have class, actor, private string name, everything works, everything looks good, right? Okay. So that means that in my tester class, if I were to say actor A equals new actor, John and 21, okay? Good, perfect. Everything looks good, right? No errors. We have a perfect actor object. But here's the thing. Do we have different types of actors? Do we have movie actors? Do we have stage actors? Do we have, TV actors? Okay. Okay. Do we have student actors? Yes, we do. You know, the ones in class. Oh my God, I did so poorly. And then they get the A. You know, we have those type of actors. Okay. So, all right. Now, what we're going to do is we left actor purposely vague. Okay. Now, when we set it up because we want this to be inherited. Every actor is going to have a name. Every actor is going to have an age. Okay. What I'm going to do in order to set this up to be abstract is I'm going to, right before class, I'm going to say abstract class actor. The minute I do that, take a look at the tester class. You cannot make an object out of an abstract class. An abstract class is basically like the very vague blueprint. I've got a 3-room house, room 1, room 2, room 3. Okay. You are going to inherit it and tailor it and make it your own. You need to have at least 3 rooms. You want to make 4, fine, but you need to have at least 3. Okay. My actor, you're going to need to inherit this. Okay. All right. Now, here's where abstract comes into play. Okay. Public string get actor type. Okay. Take a look at this. I have just made a method, public string get actor type. It wouldn't be appropriate to put it here. We want to inherit first. Okay, we don't even have a variable for it. Okay, we want the inherited classes to take care of that. Okay, so, but I want to be able to get the actor type. I want this to be required. Okay, I don't want you to forget. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make this abstract. The minute that I make a method abstract, it acts like a interface method. You do not fill it in here. Because this is abstract, it's saying, okay, when you inherit it, you need to fill this out. So let's inherit it. Public, and I'm going to say movie actor, MA, okay, extends actor. Okay. Public MA extends, class MA extends actor. All right, we're good. Yay, this is great. Okay, it's got a constructor with parameters, which means public MA, I need to have one as well. String name int age. I'm going to do super name and age. Okay, I still have an error. I still have an error. Okay, now if you remember when we did interfaces and we implemented them, okay, we had add unimplemented methods. This is the same way. You have, when you extend an abstract class, if you have an abstract method, you must fill it in. You must implement it. Now, actor type, I'm going to just make a variable, private string actor type. I'm going to accept it as a parameter, string AT. Actor type equals AT. Okay. This is technically a getter for my actor type. So now public string get actor type return actor type. Oop, not string, string. Boom. Now you are good to go. Okay. Now I can make an object. MA, and we'll say stage. Okay. So now if I sys out, where is it? Whoops. Sys out a dot get actor type. It prints out stage here in my console. Okay. So 2 rules. 1, okay. If a class is abstract, you cannot make an inner or an object out of it. You are basically designing a vague class in order for you to inherit from. Rule number 2, okay? If a method, and listen to this carefully, if a method is abstract, the class is abstract. If a class is abstract, not all of the methods need to be abstract. So for example, ISIS, let's say I gave you just this line on a test. And I said, the method is in a class. Is this class abstract, yes or no? What would your answer be?
Yeah, right. Because if the method is abstract, the class has to be.
Bingo. If the method is abstract, 100% of the time, the class is abstract. But let's say Eisner, let's say I gave you this line. And I said, Benny, this method is in a class. Is that class abstract, yes or no?
Not enough information to tell.
You don't have enough information. You don't know. It possibly could be, it possibly couldn't be, okay? Now, the other difference between an interface and an abstract class is that an abstract class is a class. You have global variables, okay? You have a constructor. You have getters, setters. It is a regular class, but it is a class that is specifically designed to be inherited. It is a class that you are designing in order to make inheritance so that the tester object can make things out of that. You're basically getting rid of all of the essentials, the vague bits in a superclass. Okay. Now, there's another thing that you need to know. Because it is a class, okay, take a look at this right here. All right, we have demo right here, okay? You guys see how I have this interface demo, An abstract class absolutely, okay, absolutely can implement an interface. But take a look what happens. Notice where my error is. Oh, whoops. I didn't put anything in it, so. Okay. Oh, that's because it already toString 2. There we go. Okay, notice where my error is. Where's my error?
In the subclass.
It's in my inherited class. Okay, so let's say you inherit or you implement an interface. Basically, if you in toString 2, basically gets leaped on in with all the other abstract methods, which means you'd have to fill them out down here. However, you still you're still completely also able to fill it in the superclass, and then there's no error here. But if you don't do this, and again, most of the time you won't do this, the interface methods get lopped in. Basically, imagine you have an invisible public abstract string toString 2. You need to fill it in down here. Boom. Now you're good. Okay. 9 times out of 10, you will see it this way because they're testing you to make sure that you understand that it's getting just basically locked in as an abstract method that will be required to be initialized in the inherited class. Okay, notice that even if I delete this, oops, I still don't have an error, okay, because this is invisibly lumped into here, okay? So that you absolutely can implement an interface. Okay. I've seen, you won't ever need to write something like this, but I have seen multiple choice questions like this. Okay. All right. Does anybody have any questions? Yes, Benny or Ben.
So abstract just basically like when used in a class, it makes it act sort of like an interface.
Yes, but it makes it only in the sense that you cannot make an object out of it. I can't inherit an interface.
Right.
Okay. Also, the other thing, guys, I see this also a lot too. Okay, and I will mark off for this. Okay, when you inherit the method, you don't need to put abstract again. Once it's inherited, you don't, for the abstract method is inherited, you don't need to write abstract again. You're good. Benny.
It isn't directly related, but why if I put class MA, there's no error, but then if I put public class MA, there's an error?
That's a Eclipse thing.
Okay.
I don't know why.
Mr. Marty.
Yeah.
So would you get an error if you put the abstract in?
Where, here?
Yeah, into
Yeah, absolutely you would.
Okay.
Absolutely you would, because you're not allowed to fill in an abstract method. See here? It's the same signature as in an interface. Okay? You're not allowed to do that.
Can I create another method that's abstract inside the subclass? Or
Absolutely can.
Okay.
Absolutely. So for example, let's say I said abstract. Okay, and then we said int get salary. Okay. Public abstract int get salary. Here's the only problem.
You have to make another subclass.
Nope. Who can tell me how to correct this without looking? Quickly, quickly, quickly.
To the top.
What's that?
Add abstract to the top.
Bingo. I would have to make this abstract as well. You cannot have an abstract method not in an abstract class. Okay. So just like Isis said, like as she was repeating, if you have an abstract method, the class has to be abstract. And what's the downside? You just made this an object, or you made this class something you can't make an object out of. Okay. Anybody else? Now, can you make interfaces? That would be the smarter thing to do. So could you make interfaces for rules that need to happen if it's a stage actor, rules that need to happen if it's a movie actor, and implement those interfaces? That would be something you could do. Yeah, that'd be a smarter thing. Okay, anybody else? Any other questions? Anybody?
Can it be a more general question?
Sure.
What is the purpose of an interface? Because we're not necessarily doing something inside the interface that is making a difference.
Interfaces are generally used for designing.
Okay.
Okay. So they're used, you will see interfaces in design.
Okay.
And that's why they call it, what's a GUI?
Graphical user interface.
Yep. Something that you recognize that can be easily transferred to from one thing to another, to another, to another, to another. Okay. Whereas this one is more like, whereas an abstract class is like, for example, a database. You have an abstract class of a student. Okay, ninth grader extends that actor. Then you got to fill in some required things. Okay, how many of you guys have ever seen a form? And it's got the asterisk, meaning it's a required question. It's almost like, imagine that it's asking you those because it needs to fill in some abstract methods. Okay, whereas optional phone number, those are public things. Don't really need them. Okay, anybody else? Feel free, guys. We have the time. Anybody, anything. Allie, how do you feel? You got this?
We'll see.
Jeez, God. What about you, Leo? How are you feeling? Comfortable?
Yeah, I'm feeling good.
Okay. Armand? Good? Okay. Tokes?
More or less, but I actually do have a question after class though.
I don't have the time after class. I got to ask it now.
It's more of a private thing. It's
Okay.
unrelated.
So email me. Kennedy, how you feeling?
Good.
Okay.
What chapter in the book is this on?
It's not. I'm literally having to put together some type of an assignment that, don't be surprised if it's tomorrow because I have to write it. So just something for practice, or maybe even just watching a video and commenting, okay? Just to make sure that you guys got it down, right? But that's what, basically, that there's nothing, it's the one part of the book where it's not really the best. Ash Stone.
Yeah, I'm good.
Ice?
I'm good.
Okay, good. Greek Thunder?
Yeah, I think I'm good.
Okay, good. All right, guys. So again, probably I'm going to try to get it. I'll probably try to put something up, okay, as soon as I can. All right. Okay, so